What's going on, gamers? Back at it again with another first Descendant build video. You want to kill bosses in under a minute, or maybe you want to play with your friends and impress them. Put down the glaze, put down everything. This build is by far the best boss faker ever. I literally put the glaze away. I'm a Lepic main now. When I want to kill a boss, I'm gonna jump on this character, do a couple cannon shots, boss falls over. So yes, this does work without the ultimate mod. You don't need the ultimate character. You just need to put some mods on and understand how this character works. We're gonna go over the build. It is updated from the last one with Clyde's version. Just because I use a mod doesn't mean it's better. If you like a different mod on the build, go ahead and put on it. There's no wrong way to use it. Just going over that before we start explaining everything. All right, so first I want to show you what not to do. A lot of people are going to run into this issue of the animation of using his fourth ability. Overkill is an ability where he pulls out a unique weapon and unleashes the boom cannon. I don't want you to get stuck in the animation. So what you're going to do when you get into a boss arena, you're going to hit that overclock and you can let your MP get back up. Do not do this and hit your alt and wait for that timing. Just takes way too long to start with your ult. We don't want that to happen. So what we want to do is wait for the ability, and as soon as we're ready, we're going to hit it, and then we're going to roll and go straight into it. Please do not tap fire the alt. Make sure you're just holding it down. Yes, this is 12 shots of just nastiness. You can absolutely get more, but with some of the mods that I have on, I'm going to just strictly worry about killing the boss before I even run out of shots. Now, in some of the clips, you're probably seeing that my alt does go up in fire rate. How am I shooting that fast? Well, we have sharp precision shot on our weapon and fire rate up. These two mods are the only mods to my knowledge that work with the alts. It doesn't matter what weapon you have on. I just have a hand cannon on because that's what my reactor requires. But again, if more mods get discovered, I'll always let you know. But I've tested some other stuff out. Even the perks of the weapon, like weak point, firearm attack, none of that goes into it, just these two. So make sure you have these on for more damage and speeding up the fire rate of the alt. Weapons really don't matter, but I am grinding out the enduring legacy. I'm going to get this ×4 with craftsmanship, so I can just use this to burn the fire defenses down. And with them buffing this in the most recent patch notes, this is going to be insane. These are currently the mods that I have on it right now. So my last mod is either going to be real life fighter to hit the crit shots, or you can just put fire conductor to just take the flat fire damage. I'll be finishing this weapon very soon. Just want to point out, we're going to be going over the equipment. This is most important. I'm telling you, I grinded for hours and hours and hours to make the build better, and this still isn't perfect. Your reactor must have the additional skill attack when attacking a Colossus and skill critical hit damage. You can have other ones. Let's just say you don't have both, but I'm just letting you know your damage will ramp up significantly if you get these perks. So try and go for gold and gold. This is the best that I got. Unfortunately, I grinded 9 hours for my ultimate Lepic, and I didn't make the cut last week to get the primary rounds for the reactor, so I'll have to wait. But this is going to do just fine for now, since I have no problem with DPS. But try and get skill critical hit damage or the additional attack Colossus. Either way, having one of them is going to be juiced. Now, going into the set, you're going to need the Slayer set, and this is where it gets important for you to have 12 or more shots in your ultimate. This is going to be huge. You're going to be looking for that MP. I need to get a double gold set, but having MP recovery out of combat is important, because if you're far away enough from the boss while you're shooting them, you actually recover your MP. Going on to the sensor, max MP recovery in combat works as well, so they're both going to be working together. I got lucky on this piece. Would like to get a higher piece than 151. Would like to see around 156. I'll explain why in a second. Moving on to the memory, you're going to be looking for MP recovery modifier, so you can just keep always getting that MP back. And then on the processor, you can pretty much just have a resistance. Kind of up to you. Remember, this build is meant for you to use your ult. Boss dies on a solo. If you're with your friends, use your ult and die on purpose. Respawn with a full ult, guarantee the boss dies. We've killed every single boss in the background right here. We can just be rolling footage. We killed every single hard boss, skipped all the mechanics. No Frostwalker mechanics, no Molten Fortress, no Obstructor, no mechanics period, just straight nuking. The reason why I was saying that I needed a little bit more MP was because I'm sitting at 394 MP and I'd like to be around the 400 mark, but hey, this works just fine. It's just, hey, I feel like if I'm putting in this much work into a build, I want it to be perfect. Now, before we go over some mods, I'm going to show you some changes that you can make. If you feel like you're too squishy and you don't want to do the glass cannon build like I did, you could put on Battle of Stamina and take fire off, because you only have this equipped for a fire skill power of 10%. Also, if you don't want to run maximized power, the reason why I put this on is because I wanted another 46%. If you want to put on technician, you can get the flat 50% and not ruin your cooldowns. But remember, I was trying to get every ounce of damage out from this build, so I took the chance and didn't care about my cooldowns. This is totally up to you. I want to explain to you that the Lepic alt, his first initial shots, as soon as you shoot and it hits the big number, that is skill power. And then it seemed like the more skill power modifier I put into the build, burn ticks did more. And And also, if you wanted a little bit more MP because your Slayer set is not perfect and you feel like you were running out of shots and you wanted more skill duration, you could put on MP Accelerant over Spear and Shield. I'm using this simply for 8% skill power. That's it. So now let's go over the mods that I'm running. Firearm Master, this is going to give you the juiciest alt ever. Again, I have clips that I will show you with the mod. Without the mod, you do not need this, but hey, if you have your ultimate Lepic, why not run one of the best Transcendent mods you can? Fire Specialist, this is just a flat 81% for fire skill power. Front Lines is going to give you this skill critical hit damage, 64%, and the crit rate is going to go up. Maximize Power, again, I'm just playing in for more power. Skill Insight, give me the skill critical hit rate for 115%. Skill Extension, because I want my ult to last longer for that duration. Melee doesn't matter. We're using the fire for the fire skill power. Skill Concentration for more critical hit damage. Emergency Measures, or more critical hit rate and damage. Spear and Shield for the flat 8%. And one of the most important mods of this is Dangerous Ambush. When landing a skill attack, when the enemy is not targeting you, your skill power will go up 24%. We'll just round up to 25. And skill attack against an immobilized enemy, a stunned boss, skill power will go up 50%. The reason why this is so broken is because when you're using your ult on a boss in team play, he's going to be immobilized because you're probably going to grapple a weak point and stun him. So both of these are going to proc. And then in your solos, when you're shooting the boss and he falls down because he's stunned, procking it again. This is how you're going to make your juice build. So use these mods, figure it out, see if you like it. I'm just telling you right now, this is best as it comes. If it gets better, they're going to nerf it. It's that good. So let's explain solo and team play. Solo here, I actually take off Firearm Master to show you that you don't need it. I wait for Pyro to spawn. I'm going to hit my 2, just to proc it, wait for him to take damage, hit my ult, roll to cancel the animation, and fully unload and get that easy kill. Now, sometimes it doesn't kill him right away just because sometimes your shots don't crit. So you might have to do this a couple times to get used to it. But trust me, it's free. Every boss dies. In team play, what I like to do is instead of just unleashing my ult right away, we can shoot a weak point. What we do here with Frostwalker as a team, yes, we have 3 Lepics. It's kind of busted, but I feel like we had to put this in here to prove to people that payback is good. We just want to kill Frostwalker because he's wiped a lot of our homies out. So we're going to shoot a vent on this left side of his head, have our teammate go up and grapple it. And as soon as he does, we're going to unleash our ult. He's going to die. So what happens when you're on like Molten Fortress, a boss that you have to do the mechanic where you have to put the electricity around the room, tower to tower? What we do here is we go after one vent, wait for the stun, unleash our ult, and then I'm going to jump off the map. 2 of us are. 2 of us jump off, die, respawn, we both have our ults. Again, in team farming, you can definitely do this. Then we wait for our team to stun the other side of them and grapple that vent, stun them again, rip the 2 ults, boss is dead. It's that simple. You kind of just got to use it with your team and as solo players, but it's coming off with so many hours on Glay. I feel like this is going to be one of the best boss bakes. I'm going to farm materials on Bunny, and then I'm going to come use Lepic to melt every single boss. Other than that, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support on the videos. You guys have really been showing me that you enjoy the videos, and it's cool to upload some variety. Make sure you guys sub to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.